How challenging was it for you to build a career, being a mother and living in a joint family?
I must say this was not an easy path for me. But I will not say this was an impossible journey. I don't know how many times I have felt that I cannot do this. But whenever I felt that I should leave it, there was just a one person whom I always looked and I thought if she can do it, I can also do it.
So your company has a very unique name,
Yeah.
Neeleraa.
Yeah.
So what's the story and inspiration behind it? So as a designer, how do you balance your creative hunger with the practical business?
I am a fitness lover person and I have a sweet tooth also. So what I do, I balance my diet. I do regular exercise. So I just keep this checked in my business also.
What are the challenges you face during your journey with the clients?
The most common and unusual demand. मैंने ना ये वहाँ देखा था. ये डिजाइन ना उस वाले होटल में है. आप बना दोगे सेम? If you want me to copy some design, why do you need me? Why are you paying me so much? Just call your contractor, call your carpenter, and he will do it for you. My first project was a 100 gaj ki koti in Shalimar Bagh that has 4 floors. Do you believe how much I charge? I charge only 2,000 rupees for that 4-story building. It's like
Unbelievable.
it's not like they were paying me. I think I was paying them because I wanted to learn.
So today we have someone who beautifully balances creativity and passion. None other than a creative mindset who creates a beautiful designs. An interior designer, Aarti Neelam.
Thanks for having me.
So, ma'am, what did you decide? How did you decide to plan this podcast?
It's been so long actually. I was just planning a podcast because I really wanted to get in touch with my clients, existing clients or upcoming clients, my friends and people they even not still existing in my life but they're still to come. So I want them to know me as a person, as a designer, as an individual, as a mother, as a creative person. So, whenever they are meeting me, they must feel that we already know this person. So, they can sit with me, they can have a cup of coffee, and we can easily chit chat. So, that's the basic reason of this podcast.
Okay, so what all conversation have you planned for this podcast today?
As this is my first podcast, as so I am planning to share my journey and my struggles, something about my clients with whom I have worked, and some kind of salt and pepper to make it interesting. And you can say, we will just enjoy this.
Great. So, how did your interior designer journey actually begins?
Yeah, that's a very interesting question because becoming an interior designer was never in my list. Not even list. I cannot even dream about it. I was not from that kind of background that I will become an interior designer. I was working in general electricals that is called like GE Capital and in the admin department before my marriage. But in that type of social norms, there were some kind of things like you cannot work after your marriage. And that was the situation which was kept in front of me. And I said yes because everybody was okay with that also. But I got married, and just after 1 year of my marriage, I got my first son. And but in the meantime, when I was sitting at home just taking care of the family, I had a huge joint family. So when I was taking care of my family, my son, and my in-laws, I'm doing all these social things. Something was actually killing me inside because I was always a bright student, an athlete person, and I was doing very well in my work before my marriage. So I was just thinking what else I can do where I need not to ignore any of the duties, but still I can go forward in my life. So when my son turned 2, I waited till that time because he was just about to go to play school. And I had that in my mind. I have 3 hours now in between the time he's not at home. So what exactly I can do? So there was just one thing I can do, and that was the study. So I asked my family that I want to study further. And luckily, no one, they said yes to that. Then another process, what I can study. So luckily there was IIFT, International Institute of Fashion Technology, that opened just across the road of my home. So the 3 hours which I had when my son was in the play school, I used to go to there. I used to study interior design. And when I was doing my diploma, I conceived again. Until the time I finished my studies, I was the mother of 2 child. So this was the thing which was never planned. I think that was always destined that I had to be an interior designer. So today I'm here.
How challenging was it for you to build a career, being a mother and living in a joint family?
I must say this was not an easy path for me. It is something like you're walking on nails every single day. So this was not an easy journey, but I will not say this was an impossible journey. If I can make it, anybody can make it. While I was handling my two children, my in-laws, my husband, all social duties, I don't know how many times I have felt that I cannot do this. I cannot take so many responsibilities. I cannot play so many roles at one time. But whenever I felt that I should leave it, there was just a one person whom I always looked and I thought if she can do it, I can also do it. And that was my mother. My mother was not a very highly educated person, and we were having a huge joint family. And she was Jethani, and she was handling everything mostly single handedly. But she always had a passion of running a business. So she was doing a very small scale fabric business from home since the day I opened my eyes, I think. I always saw her working. She was handling all the duties at home and she was working as a businesswoman also. So that was very inspirational for me, that how is she handling everything. So whenever there was time I felt I can't do it, I just saw her that I can do it. So that was the thing. I think being a businesswoman, that runs in our genes. My nanny was a businesswoman, my mother was a businesswoman. Maybe she was not working on a very huge scale, but she was a businesswoman. So I am also a businesswoman. I think that runs in our family. So being a businesswoman and handling everything with the work and with the business, I think that I have learned from my nanny and from my mother. My mother was the basic inspiration always. Even for many years, I kept my work very low scale because till the time my kids were growing, they were always the first priority of my life, they and my family. But now, as a grown up, my work comes first. It's not like they're coming later, but definitely my work is first, and they're just walking with that only. So I can say ki walking on this path, becoming an interior designer with all these hurdles and all, that was very tough. But I will not say this was impossible. A woman or a person who wants to work, they should keep working. Scale does not matter. The thing is, you must work, because if you are working on a very low scale today, tomorrow you can build a company, you can work on a very high scale. So never leave connection with your work, just keep working. Scale does not matter.
So actually, it's quite inspiring, and I must say, everyone should learn from you.
Yeah, I learned from my mother, I think, and so if someone can learn from me, I must say that I have done a good job, which I have learned from my mother. So I must say that.
Point. So your company has a very unique name,
Right.
Neeleraa.
Yeah.
So what's the story and inspiration behind it?
Yes, the name is actually very unique because this carries my mother's name in it. The name is Neeleraa. That is Neelam plus era. Neelam's era, Neelam ka samay. Why this has this name? Because when my mother was very ill, she is no more now. It's been 4 5 years. She has left this world. But when she was ill and she was on the bed, even she was working. Can you imagine? She was dealing with her clients when she was on the bed, and her loyal clients, which she has made in so many years, they were also loyal to her. She
Yeah.
was doing her fabric business from there. And on the deathbed, she had a dream that she wanted to open a shop outside of the house. She wanted to take her business on this social level openly. But you can say, unluckily, she was not able to do it, and she just left us in some very bad memories. Okay, that has passed. That's not the point of that. But when this all happened, something actually hit me somewhere. I really wanted to do something for my mother. I wanted to do something for her dream, which she was not able to fulfill. So that's why after her demise, I changed my company's name. Earlier, my company's name was Aarti Mehta Designs. But then I changed my company's name and I dedicated my company to my mother. Even I changed my surname and I put Neelam with my name. Now my name is Arati Neelam. Earlier it was Arati Mehta. So I, changed everything because I wanted her to feel that she is still alive and I am fulfilling her dream now. So that's why this Nilera is not just a name. It is like I am just fulfilling a dream of my mother actually.
I must say, hats off to your mother. It's really amazing and it's too motivating. Matlab, it's too inspiring and motivating. Amazing.
She was such an inspirational woman. Anybody who has met her, any friend of mine, they just said they have never seen a woman like her. Matlab, she was such a courageous woman. She was a strong personality. Matlab, I don't even have words to describe her personality. I just wherever I stuck in my life, I just think about her, and there are so many points in my life where I think I cannot do it. I just think about her. If she could have done it, if she can do it, then I can also do it. So she is the biggest inspiration of my life. She is the biggest motivation of my life. I think for every person, everybody's mother is an inspiration to her, but maybe my mother stands very differently in my life.
Amazing. So, do you remember your very first project? And what are the experience and memories from that project?
I think everybody just remember their first project or any first work. I think you also remember your first anchoring whenever you done that.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. So obviously that first project was very very near to my heart, and that gave me a lot of memories which I still can remember. My first project was a 100 gaj ki koti in Shalimar Bagh that has 4 floors, and that was a Sikh family, very sweet family, and they were hiring interior designer first time, and I was doing interior design first time. So
Oh,
we both were
amazing.
new to this field. We both were trying to understand. So thank God that they were not very fussy clients, and
No.
I was learning. So it's not like that they helped me in something, but whatever the decision I took, if I did so many mistakes now, they took it very easily. So that's why I can appreciate them as a client. And do you believe how much I charged? I charged only 2000 rupees for that 4-story building of 100 gaj.
Oh my god,
Yes.
literally. Matlab, can I stop you? Matlab, literally
Yes, literally
2000 rupees?
2000 rupees only.
Okay.
Because I was, it's
Un-
like they are not,
unbelievable.
yeah, it's not like they were paying me. I think I was paying them because I wanted to learn. I
Okay.
did so many mistakes at that time. I learned how to handle work with family. I just learned how many mistakes you can do on the side. I learned that how you deal with the contractors, you deal with the labor on the side. So this was something, this was just a learning process for me. So I never thought it as a money matter. I thought I need to do this because I want to learn, because I want to start my business, and I wanted to work very low skill. Obviously, I told you because my kids were very young at that time. So that they were the priority for me. So I just thought in this way, ki just keep it as a learning. Not even that project. After that, even 2, 3 projects I took in a learning process only. I didn't earn too much, but I learned too much. So I can
Oh,
say this. So I can say this that project was really really near and dear to me.
really amazing.
Yeah,
And this was actually memorable
yeah.
one.
That was.
So I have a curiosity in my mind.
Yeah, yeah.
In which year did you started with your first project?
I will just tell you, and I think you will say, "Oh my God, unbelievable!" It was in 2009.
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
So I'm working in this field, I think it's around 16 years. But I worked very low scale, but I wanted to stay connected with my work. So I just worked in this way ki one day when I'll be out of every responsibility, I'll just boom the industry. So that's why I played very low scale, and now I am standing in a working full scale.
So what is your design philosophy today?
My design philosophy today or in the past, it's still the same. It's not changed a lot. Why? Because when I design something, maybe it's an office or maybe it's a home or any showroom or any place, first I see the aura of that place. Because every place has its own energy. And being a designer, my first work is to enhance that positive energy. If there is some kind of negativity in that place, I must work in that way that that negativity should suppress and the positivity should improve. So my first design philosophy that I must increase the aura of that area, and second, in this design philosophy that comes the personality of the client. A house, an office, or maybe a retail, everything should reflect the personality of the client. clients likes, dislikes, clients everyday routine, what exactly the client's culture and all. So whenever I design something, these are the key points which I always keep in my mind. So this is my basic design philosophy, and sometimes it changes. There are very for every client. I will not say it's same for every client, but these are some basic rules, and these rules are keep changing for different clients as per their likes, dislikes, cultures, and aura, everything.
So, most important, what forms the true foundation of a good design?
As a designer, I can tell you the true foundation of a good design is a good planning, a good furniture layout. If the planning is not good, if the layout is not good, if the walking spaces, negative areas, positive areas, keeping in mind the sunlight and these kind of basic structure, that the storage also, how much storage you want. So, if these things are not planned accordingly, that does not matter how much money you have spent on your house or your retail areas, which kind of material you have used, which kind of paint you have used, how artistic you have tried to create with expensive art and all. If the planning is not good, this is a waste, because without a good planning, a design cannot look good. So the basic foundation is always good planning, good furniture layout. That's the basic foundation.
So, when it comes to a client, how do you understand them and empathize with your experience and financial comfort?
See, as I mentioned earlier, when I start designing, I always take care of my client's personality, their likes, dislikes, their culture, their everyday routines. So I always empathize my clients when it comes to design, because I want to give them something which they actually want. So I really need to empathize them with the designing. Even sometimes they have some kind of article at their home, that can be a furniture, maybe a sculpture, maybe some kind of a piece which is related to their ancestors. So we always empathize these kind of articles, and we try to add those things in my designs. So we just keep these sentiments, in a good way, so that they can see those things in a regular way. So when it comes to designing, I really do empathize with them. But when it comes to money, I am so sorry, I do not empathize at all, because I am a business person. I am selling my services. I am giving them best. I am giving them what they are looking for. They are going to get a lot of compliments once they are going to live there. So why should I empathize with money? Money is something which is giving me energy, which is running my business.
Hmm.
So when it comes to money, I am very clear there is no empathy in that. Yeah, there is one more, a different crowd of my clients whom I really empathize. They are those clients which they come to me and they say, "You're very expensive. We will go to some other designer." They go there. That designer spoil their work. They come back to me. I charge them more. I
Oh,
really empathize those clients, because they're giving me double fees. Why don't they understand? If you are hiring an experienced designer, a person who is worthy that money, then the person will charge. What's wrong in that? You just, if you are feeding our hunger of money, we will give our best. So there is no empathy when it comes to money. So that's
great.
very clear.
Actually, I really got impressed with this answer. Really, it's amazing.
Yeah, this is something I'm really clear on in my life, because you cannot combine your business and your personal things. You should keep your sentiments away.
So, after so many years in the field, what are the lessons you have learned or you have experienced during your designing journey?
See, I'm working since 16 years, I have told you. So, in this long journey, I have learned one very special thing, that when you are designing or maybe are doing a project, if you don't feel that something is right for your project, you should stick to the right. You should not do if your client is asking, because sometimes what happens, client becomes very fussy. When the designs are final, you have done a lot of work on that, everything is finalized, designs, 3ds, presentations, everything is finalized. So they are meeting their friends, maybe some other people, any next people, someone has said something to them, they will come to you and they will say, change the design. Oh my god, what are you saying? It took so long to finalize
Unless
everything. How can you just come after 6 months when everything is started and you're saying just change the design? So sometime what happened, clients really become very fussy. They don't want to understand. At that moment, you have to behave very, very patiently. You really need to make them understand. You should tell them that if they will do this at this point, it can ruin the whole design. First, you have to be patient and try to make every single point clear to them. Try them to visualize everything which you are saying to them. But there are certain points it does not work. They will
Mhm.
still force you. No, do this, I am not clear. Do this, I am not clear. After watching the 3Ds, even they will say, I am not clear.
Mm.
Yeah, because they're so much influenced with any of the friend or any of the family person. At that time, you really have to be strong. If you are not feeling that this is right, this change should not be done, you should not do it. Because for the client, this is just a one project. But for you, a one project can actually spoil your image. It can spoil your business also. So if something is not right, it is not hitting you right, you should not do this. You should know how to say no. And if in some kind of condition you are doing it, kindly just get it signed by the client that if I am making this change which I am not feeling it is right, there is no responsibility of mine if it will not look good in future. So this is my biggest learning, that you must say
Great.
no.
So, according to you, everything should be on papers.
See, in early stages I really didn't keep everything on the paper, and because of that I really got insulted a lot of times. Because when you have done everything, client has asked you to change and you changed it, you told them, you actually tried your best to make them understand. They are not understanding. As you're a new designer, you are somewhere, you're also scared that you will lose the project, so you do it. But when it is done, it did not turn out well, the client is blaming you. So I have actually faced it so many times. So I learned it that if you have this kind of condition, it should get signed properly. So client cannot blame you in future कि ये तो आपने किया था जी, ये तो आपकी गलती है. Why will I hear something which I didn't do? So just because of that, I have learned that most of the things must be on the paper while you are working. Even the site visits also. Client can anytime मुकर जाएगा कि no, you didn't come. It has happened with me. Yes,
Mm.
so that is the biggest learning, that try to put everything on the paper
Papers.
and say no, which you don't feel it's right. This is the biggest learning.
Every profession has its quirk.
Yeah.
So, what are the challenges you face during your journey with the clients?
There are, I think I can count like 50, 60, but I will talk only about two,
Oh,
which are the most common.
okay.
The first most common and unusual demand, which I think almost every client does. मैंने ना ये वहां देखा था, ये डिजाइन ना उस वाले होटल में है, मेरे दोस्त के घर में ये बना हुआ है, या हम सिंगापुर गए थे ना, उसकी दीवार पे ये डिजाइन था, आप बना दोगे सेम? तो आई एम लाइक, व्हाई? देन व्हाई आर यू हायरिंग मी? If you want me to copy some design, why do you need me? Why are you paying me so much? Just call your contractor, call your carpenter, and he will do it for you. You are giving me a lot of money. I am charging you a lot. You are giving me your time. I'm giving you my passion, experience, just to copy something. So when these kind of questions come in front of me, first of all, I always laugh in my head. Ki, wow, एक और client ऐसे. So this is the most unusual thing. So I just try them to understand. I will not copy anything. If you want me to be influenced with the design, it's okay. I can keep it in my mind. I can start that design as the base of the whole design, that you like it. So when I will start it, though, I'll keep the theme accordingly. But definitely, I will not copy that design. That's not my work. That's not my work to copy someone else's design. So this is the most unusual thing I always get. There is one more unusual. This is not unusual actually. This is a funny thing. Everybody asks for massive storage. आजकल सबका ये है, just give us massive storage. Obviously I work in very big houses, they have so much space, so they just want very huge dressing rooms, very huge lofts, very huge storerooms. But they don't understand, as per Vastu, as per Feng Shui, if you are creating a lot of storage at your home, you are creating a lot of negative energy, because that areas are mostly empty. You cannot fill every single corner. You cannot clean every single corner. So the dust is just, stucking there, and maybe you're feeling, you are shopping extra because you have a lot of space. You want to fill it. चलो हम खरीद लेते हैं. Why? Because हमारे पास बहुत जगह है. So I just tell them, obviously you need storage, but keep the storage which you actually need. A bit extra is fine. A bit extra is absolutely fine, but don't go for massive storage, because massive storage is empty space. You're creating empty spaces in your areas, and those empty areas, they are creating only negativity in your home. So this is the second thing, very unusual thing, which I am hearing a lot nowadays. जिससे मुझे mostly I have to clear them. Please don't do this.
Actually, now I got a point. Seriously, there should not be any empty spaces at home.
Yeah, because
I was also
storage is not only a storage. Every area is carrying some energy. If you're not taking care of that area, if you're not cleaning it every day, obviously, if you have a lot of space, you cannot clean it. How many labor you will put at your home ki jo, cleaning every single day, and these areas are personal areas. You don't have so much of time that you will clean them every single day. You cannot make your wardrobes every single day, and if you will have a lot of wardrobe, you will shop extra. That's the main thing. So
point.
just keep less space, shop only what you actually need.
Need. So this was the actually moral of the story.
Yeah.
Shop less.
Shop less. Shop expensive. That's
Shop
okay.
expensive.
Shop expensive, but shop less.
So how much creative liberty do you handle while you are handling any client, and how do you handle the disagreements on site?
As for the creativity part, we always include our clients when we start designing. We always take care of their likes, dislikes, their personalities. We always welcome them with their reference images, designs. If they want to show us something, if they want something very passionately at their home, as I told you earlier, maybe if they have some kind of furniture piece with that they have some sentiments attached, or some ancestral thing, so we always keep this as a part of our creativity journey. But as this window, the indulgence of the client, we keep this window open only for 2 to 3 meetings, because if we keep them involved for a longer period, we will never be able to finalize the design. We take their advices, we take the references, we take all their inputs, but only in earlier 2 to 3 meetings. We take everything from them, and then we work on the designs. And sometime we have to say no to the references they have given us, because when we are working on the design, we are having look on the site. I can feel the aura of the site, and sometimes client even doesn't know what they want. They have seen 10 interiors, they like all of them. They don't know what is their exact taste. So we have to teach them that this is the way to find your taste. So once we find their taste, that window is closed. Then we will work in our style, because interference, a lot of interference, and a lot of you know keeping in touch with them, we will never go to any kind of area. We'll just stay there all the time. So there is 2 3 meetings we keep, in which we keep them totally involved, and once we understand their taste, we just work on our style. So this is the creative liberty we give to our client also, and we take also. And for the designing, I can say ki, if we are not able to get what client is, the client is looking for, because sometimes I told you the client is actually not understanding what the thing he it's in his mind. So the final call is always taken by me. As a designer, as an experienced designer, I can only understand what I have to give to that area, what I have to give that client as per their personality. So this is the creative liberty we take. And as we talk on the site, we do same on the site. We try to figure out everything very calmly, but if something is there which is not able to, we cannot deal something with very calmly and all, then we involve the client only. So otherwise we try our client to stay away from all these kind of things on the site, because that's not the duty. The client should be happy, he should stay calm, and we are taking care of everything. So when there is some kind of disagreement on the site, we generally try to deal it on our own. But if there is something which you are not able to handle, then only we include our client. So this is the liberty we give and we take in creativity and on the site.
So, as a designer, how do you balance your creative hunger with the practical business at the ground level?
This is a learning which I've learned from my own life. I am a fitness lover person and I have a sweet tooth also. So, what I do, I balance my diet. I do regular exercise because there is a scope of eating my, favorite sweets to keep my hunger satisfied. So, I just keep this checked in my business also. If you
Okay.
talk about the business part, I do so many projects which are not for magazines, or maybe they are not coming in limelight, but they're giving me money. That can be a small project, that can be a big project, but they are not in limelight. So I am doing these kind of projects to keep my business running. I need to pay rents, I need to pay salaries, I need to fill the Wi-Fi bill also. So I need money.
Yes.
So when you need money, you have to play tactful. So this is the way I keep my business alive. But now here comes the designer hunger. What I do for that? I do only those projects which are actually giving me satisfaction as a designer, where there is a huge scope of designing, where I can be creative, I can do wonders, I can do something out of the box. These are my feature projects, but they gives me money also. It's not like that they're not giving me money.
Yeah.
They're giving me money, but they are keeping me satisfied. I'm feeling full as a designer. So I have just learned this from my life, and I am doing same with my business. Just play tactful, do some things which you maybe don't like, but that is giving you only money, and do something which you like a lot, that is also giving you money. So just keep it balanced. That's the life, the simple funda of life. I think that's a balance.
Okay, it's all about
It's
balancing.
all about balance, and I think somewhere you can learn from your day to day life. It is not important you have to go to some kind of satsang, or you can attend a lecture. You can learn a lot of things from your own life, from your sometimes your children speak something very some kind of thing. Oh, acha, ye kya baat bol di. So you just keep your eyes and keep your ears open,
Open.
and just notice every single thing which is happening in your life. You will just learn how to balance everything. Balance is the
Amazing.
key point.
I think everyone should learn balancing.
Balance is the key word for everything, your life, your family, your business, everything. If you are keeping balance, sometime it goes out of the balance, doesn't matter. You just push it, it will come to balance again.
So, as you are entering into the world of curation, inspiration, so how did you make this shift and how you are involving it into your interior designing journey?
Okay, I think I was always inspired with art. When I was so young, I was doing DIYs. I was making wall arts with my hands. So there was always a connection and always an interest, I can say, I had with art and decor. And I think I was destined to be part of this. That's why I'm an interior designer, because designing is also an art. This is not just a work. This is designing is an art. And after being in this field more than 16 years, I understood one thing very, very clearly, that doesn't matter how huge is your project, how lavishly you have designed, it is not complete till the day the right art is not hanged on the walls, or maybe it has put on the corners, or it is not filled with the art. No project is complete. So I'm a freak person, I'm an art freak person. To So I had to work on every project from the scratch every time, because I wanted my every project to feel completed. So I have to meet new designers every time, new artists every time, new sculpture artists every time to fill that house. So I don't know how many artists I have met, how many sculpture artists I have met, how many times I have did this homework again and again. So then I understood that instead of doing this homework every single time, why don't I take it as a full time part of my own business? Because my business is not completed without art. Then I should make it a full
Yes.
part of my this business. To understand art, first I learned the fine art. So, because I wanted to learn about colors and paintings, because paintings are the toughest part to search for every project, because as per your designs you need to find the correct painting which properly gels, which goes in a flow with the design which you have given. So finding paintings is the most toughest work which I have faced, because my business, I am feeling my business is not complete without this. That's why I'm just stepping into this, and I am hoping that in future I need not to do homework every single time, because if I am going into this field I will have a full team with me of the artist already with me, so I know which kind of painting I need to put in which kind of design. Even sometime, paintings are so exclusive. Some, maybe some painting or maybe some kind of sculpture is so exclusive that you really want to keep it in some project, and you start the design on the basis of that painting. A huge
Mhm.
house, and you are taking that painting's colors or maybe that painting's forms as the base of your design, and you will design whole house as the base of that painting. So paintings and the curation and the appreciation, these all things are very very important for my business. So I'm just making it as a full part of my business now. That's why I'm stepping into it properly now.
So now I must say that you know the nerves of your interior designing.
Yeah, I'm working since it's more than 16 years. I must know. अगर
Yes,
अभी नहीं तो फिर कब?
correct.
Yeah.
So last but not the least, is there any message for the clients or for your fellow designers?
Yeah, how can a podcast can be completed without a message at the end? Definitely, I have a message. For my clients, there is a very clear message. Please trust your designers. You are paying them a huge amount of money. You are hiring an experienced designer. They are in the market because they deserve it. So kindly trust them, listen to them. You should try to understand if they are asking you to make a change, or if they are not accepting your referral things. If they're not accepting, that means that cannot work as for your own site, for your own home. Then please trust your designers, listen to them. This will help you only, not them. They will work and they will leave, but this is your own area. You have to live with that space. Like maybe 10 years or maybe 15 years, you will think about changing the designs after 7 8 years. You have to live in that area for 7 to 8 years. So listen to the experts. We are experts. We are working for your good only. So just use our experience, na. Why are we here?
Point.
And for my fellow designers, what I say, for those designers who have just started, or maybe those designers who are just stuck somewhere in the life or maybe in a project, I will just say one thing: don't feel bad about yourself. It's okay to fail. It's okay, it's really okay if you make mistake on your site. It happens, it has happened with me a lot. But that doesn't mean that you're not good enough. You are doing mistakes because you want to learn. It's okay if you really have to leave a project in between, because if you are leaving one project, you will learn so many things that you will not do in your next project. So just hold on if you are doing something which you are not liking. And the last thing which I want to say, if you don't feel something is not right, don't do it. That will give you so much of heaviness in future, because maybe for the money right now you will do it, but as a designer you will always feel कि ये मुझे नहीं करना चाहिए था. So then don't do that. You better leave that project. Maybe you will lose some money, but that is really fine. You will earn money in next project. But don't do something which your soul is not permitting you about. Don't do that. So this is my last message which I really want to give to my all the fellow designers.
Okay, so I must say that your journey was a completely roller coaster ride, and I personally enjoyed this roller coaster ride. It
uh,
was really great, great conversation, great podcast with you.
Thank you so much.